while you're out doing your thing, like exercising.
Yeah. Well, that's what he wants me to do that. And I actually have a GoPro, like one I can wear also to do that kind of stuff with if I get to that point. So yeah. So
Okay,
yeah. So thank you
Did
for getting me to record. To my
Yes.
continuous glucose monitor, which is monitoring my sugar levels. The goal is to figure out your fasting glucose. And then when you eat certain things that are really bad or that really spike that, because you want to stay insulin resistant, right? Not insulin intolerant, whatever it is.
Right.
Not resistance, intolerant, whatever. So there's a place you're supposed to be. And most people who carry, when I carry all my weight in my belly and you become insulin resistant. So you're basically, your whole body isn't functioning effectively.
Right.
And one way to check that is by checking your sugars. So this is something I'll be doing this for the next 3 months. And it's kind of cool because I just take my phone and it has this little app and a little sensor thing. And it just goes like this, scans it. And then it gives me all my stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And what does it feel like to put that patch on? Is it poking your skin? Like
there is a needle. So it's a prescription. So the company's called NutriSense. If you're interested, I can send you the stuff. So it's not cheap. It costs you money because you're running through the whole thing. And it's a prescription. So you get a prescription and it comes in a box. And it comes with a couple pieces, but it does have a little needle and you just puncture it on. You have to watch my video. Anyway, it goes in, but the needle doesn't stay in.
Okay.
So there's some kind of technology that checks that. Scott wasn't sure if the needle doesn't stay in, he wasn't sure how it continues to check the blood.
Okay.
And if you're not checking blood, how accurate is it? So I don't know. I'm still working on that. There's a lot of education with it. And so
I bet
a lot of stuff. So, and then you cover it with the Band-Aid. So, cause it's like right here, this little circle, to protect it from water and all the stuff. But it's sometimes I can't tell if it's bothering me or the Band-Aid, when you eat something's and it pulls on your skin. Yeah. So,
okay. We are about to go live. So one of the things I want you to try is the 3 dots down at the bottom. See if there's an option that says live stream.
Yep.
Like, can you live stream?
I don't have 3 dots.
Okay.
I had the record button, which I hit, and that seems to be recording.
Yeah.
I have a live transcript, but I think that's like closed captioning.
Right. Well, it actually gives you a transcript of what we're talking about. But keep going. Like I have 3 dots that say more after the reactions button. Anything like that on you? So like share screen, record, live transcript. Then I have reactions and more.
I have reactions and I don't have more.
Okay.
It's probably because
let me make you a co-host. See if that. So for anybody who's watching, Andy and I have been doing this for about a year. And we love getting together Monday mornings and talking about our Oola life, what's going on, which I have is exciting, something to tell you. And then we share about what we're doing and our goals and dreams and hopes. And today, Andy is working on her YouTube channel. She has support in that area, and she's asking me some tech questions on Zoom. So if you just caught that, you're probably wondering, what are they doing? So I just made you a co-host, Andy. Did that give you 3 dots?
It gave me options to do breakout rooms.
Okay.
And then it's reactions, but still no 3 dots.
Interesting. So, right, yeah, I have breakout rooms too.
At the top, it says recording and live on Facebook. And then it says mute, stop, security, participants chat, share screen, recording, live, breakout, reactions, or leave. Okay.
So what we'll do before we are done is I'll make you full host and we'll see if you'll be able to do that. But I think we might lose my ability to feed to Facebook if I give you host right now.
Yeah, I agree. We'll wait. It's all good.
Yeah.
So what do you got to tell me?
So twice this week, I got in bed, got all snuggled into the warm blankets and laid there. And I went, I didn't do my app. And so I got out of bed, went and I had, in both times, I had already done my actions for the day. I
Yeah,
just hadn't pressed the button. And so
right.
I got out of bed. Guess what my streak number is today?
You get like 15?
I wish. My biggest streak was 11
Well, I
in the
saw
past.
that. So I was
And
like, yay.
so my streak today is 10. So I get through everything tonight. I will be at
As
11
you saw for
tomorrow.
me, I hit my biggest streak too this past week. Of course, now I can't log on. I think I was at 5,
Okay.
whatever. And of course, same thing. I did all my stuff, and I don't even remember. It might have been a Wednesday or something. It was just one of those long work days where
Mhm.
by the time I got home, I didn't even open the app, but I had done all my, it was like, because I was even doing my burpees at work to make sure I got my stuff in, and so it was kind of,
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, so I'm back on track. I think today is number back on 4 or whatever, 3 or 4.
That's
So
okay though. Personal best. And we
yeah,
are beating our own streaks. And I'm knocking off my stuff. I did get a couple more goals done that I hadn't gotten done. You inspired me to finish up my Oola breakthrough. So I did finish. I was really proud of myself. And I haven't gone in yet to do the new part. Have you, when you
I
sent me
did the first video they sent me.
okay.
And it's funny because I'm not even sure. Let's see. Could take a moment to load to see where I'm at. I think they should have sent me another one, right? Don't they send you? So my path,
Yeah.
that's the next. And
Okay.
it has not unlocked yet.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, it has not unlocked yet.
Does it say when it will?
Oh, a new module unlocks every 30 days.
Hmm.
So it's not 1 week. It's
So it's
every
waiting
once a
for,
month.
sure, it's waiting for your month to,
Yep. So it looks
interesting.
like those are, you get 1 a month for, well, 1 a month for 9 months.
Okay.
So that's what that
Okay.
one says.
So it's the full year of
Yep.
program. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking forward to that too. Now, I have Tony starting tomorrow. And I haven't
What does
talked
that
to
look like
anybody.
for you being whatever you are?
So it's called Crew, and
Yep.
I won't know until tomorrow. We have training. And so the training hopefully will give me a clue. It's interesting because we register in the morning and then it starts the training. And then what all they said to us was then there's 3 registration times
Okay.
where we are registering people, right? Like helping them log in and everything. And it says you're assigned one or times will be assigned. What I don't know is which one I'm being assigned, right? So I don't know my plan for tomorrow yet.
Because they haven't given you that information yet.
Yep. And then, they basically said, you're ours 24 hours a day until the
Right.
16th. So I'm not setting any expectations for myself. Like it might be that I get done by
So did
6
you have to
o'clock
take a
tomorrow.
week off of work?
I took a week off of work. I'm going today, but I'm using up, I have 1 vacation day left and I just got it in November. But I don't know. How's COVID up by you guys? Because it's crazy here.
It's it's a cold.
Mm.
Cold here.
Well,
We do have some people who've ended up in the hospital. One of my friends has been in there for 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
And it's mostly pneumonia. But that's what happens when you let colds. I mean, this is normal. I think people I think we're just more sensitive to this one, which they say, right? You're going to catch this one easier.
Right.
Easier one to get. It's not supposed to be as bad. But I still think people aren't taking as good a care of themselves. And so you're going to get it. And then those people who might not be drinking their water or getting enough sleep or really stressed out, it's going to lay them out.
Yeah.
But
So my son just tested yesterday, so he has it, and he was over here Saturday, but he wore his mask. And so what we don't know is, did that protect, my mom's with me now. So what I don't know is,
yep.
So
I
at
know
our
people
work,
who spent holidays and then somebody ended up, getting it, and they hopped on airplanes and went their separate ways and then got it. So technically those people expose everybody from the first person, like everything in between.
Yeah, we're gonna find out who's resilient and who's not.
Yeah, it depends on if you're one of those people out there who is criticizing people for not following rules, not doing your shots, not wearing your mask, not doing all the stuff that you think that they're supposed to be doing, and yet you go get exposed, travel, expose all these people with or without your mask. You're still exposing people.
Yeah.
And then you expect people to, I don't know. It kind of was like pushing buttons on me. I was like, so you want us to follow the rules, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like I said before, so it's not if, but when. And I know people, this is like their second, third time with it.
Yeah.
And
did you ever find out if that's what you had?
I have the antibodies. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had it at some point.
I
thought my antibodies were really
sick.
good. My antibodies were almost 400. And supposedly over 100 was good. But I know somebody whose antibodies were like 1,800.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I don't think I'd ever get a shot. If that's my body working and doing what it's supposed to be doing, it's, and I know that there's the T cell that does the whole like cleaning up of the stuff. You'd have to run that test too. But yeah, I don't know. But I also think that, it's, I tell people when you work out, if you work out really hard, your body, and you don't give it a break, it'll start to have injuries and pain. And that's where, certain injuries come from, even with emotional stress. If you hold on to certain emotional stresses, you'll end up with, okay, why does my shoulder hurt? Oh, it's my left shoulder. What's going on? Like there are theories of thought. I mean, a lot of things with like emotional stuff and trauma to your body. You'll actually have an injury due to the weakness of stress on you. So we're so stressed out by stuff and we're going nonstop. Your body's just being more saying, hey, give it to me so I can take a nap, basically, right? Like you need a rest. People need to like listen to their bodies and know that, when your body's asking for something good, to make sure you're supporting it, because when the bad comes, if your body is tired and worn out and sore, it's not going to be able to do its job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so important to be on optimal level. I'm still fighting with my rash. I had a weird thing happen. You'll love this. So, I started meeting with the nurse practitioner and he put me on some supplements. So the very first thing he did, and this was probably 3 months ago, was he put me on turmeric and fish oil and iodine for my thyroid. And so I've been pretty faithful on that, but I've just been continuing to have the flare-ups and my ankles are like swelling like crazy and just all that nasty stuff. So he treated the psoriasis with some Plaquenil something rather.
Okay.
And it really has taken that shedding of the skin, that really build up kind of thing. But my legs are still really itchy and swollen still. Over the holiday, I skipped taking my turmeric a couple of days and I noticed that my ankles were better. So I decided to stop with the turmeric. Almost all the swelling went away. And I'm like, this is not how turmeric is supposed to be. But
how it is in your body though.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you know this, but I have an allergy to pseudoephedrine. And so it happened when I was like 14. The doctors told me at the time, he said, look, pseudoephedrine speeds up people's heart. right?
Yep.
It almost shut mine off. Like it just went down to nothing. And he said, you have an adverse reaction to medicines. And so I've just always been really, it's one of the reasons I don't like medicines, because I never really know what's going to happen.
Yep.
But I haven't had it happen with a supplement yet. And so I kind of went, wow, this is a new place for me to be thinking. I don't know if it was the level of whatever he gave me, because he had me taking a pretty high dose of turmeric, but
maybe it was a
really
lot for your body to press out. If it's because it works as a detoxer, right? Maybe it was
supposed to stop with the
body
inflammation,
was dealing with too much, just too fast. Because that happens a lot. Some people that you don't realize what you're, how much iodine are you taking?
I don't have it in front of me.
Is it like a pill, a dropper?
It's a pill.
Yep.
It's iodine and selena.
Okay.
You know what? There's something that he said he wanted me to take at the same time.
Got it.
But so like when it got really bad, like around Christmas, day after Christmas, something like that, my family was like, go to the ER. Like your legs are so bad, you can't do this. And I didn't want to go to the ER for my rash, right? Like no one's going to take it seriously. And so I didn't, but it cleared up. And I mean, that's how it is. It's just like my body is so on a wave of, I'm going to take care of you and I'm going to punish you. It's what it feels like. Just this constant.
Yeah. Trying to figure it out.
Yeah. But I did go to a functional medicine gal that I've worked with before, and she did the whole muscle testing on me, put me on some binders for heavy metals, which the blood test that my practitioner took had no blood test. I mean, had no heavy metal issues.
So what I tell people is like, so since I've been doing, mine weren't major. I mean, everybody has something. You have to have something. We shouldn't have to, but it's very rare not to. And then over the past couple of years, because of the amount of detox I'm doing, it's actually starting to come out of my body. So my numbers have went up. So it's interesting because you go do it. Mine was a hair test actually.
Okay.
To see what's actually coming out of the brain, body type, So that can always change depending on your detoxing. And so the heavy metal one is great too. I use one that's an envirotoxin to get the environment, like chlorine, fluoride, and bromine.
Sure.
A couple of all the they call them halogens, but they those are the ones that actually affect the iodine uptake the most, according to some people I talk to, people that I've learned that with. And so the one I do is just a dropper. It's a homeopathic. And I just put a few drops every day, and then I take my iodine, and then I take my thyroid supplement. So yeah, and I've been doing that for years. There'll be periods where I don't do it as good as I should be doing it, which that's when I know I'm like, uh-oh, there I go. But I've been when I first started using it, it's what I did. And I actually took myself off my medication because I was on meds. And I talked to my doctor about it. I said, by the way, run my numbers, how they look. She's like, oh, they're looking good. Do you need a refill? I go, actually, no, I haven't taken it for 3 months. She's like, really? Oh, yeah. And you told me if I could sustain doing what I was doing, then it was working. So that, it was the whole thing. So.
Yeah. And I was encouraged by this doctor because I did tell him I didn't want to go on hormone medicine for the rest of my life. And he said, you don't have to, and thyroid medicine for the rest of my life. And he said he would monitor it until we knew that it was okay. So, and we haven't yet. It turns out, like right about the point where I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go talk to the doctor. And I got an email from him where he was like, I hope everybody had a great holiday. We're out until after the 5th. We're out of here. So I've been dealing with it on my own. That's why I went to the other gal.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The other one was a parasite. She put me on a bunch of parasite stuff and some liver. She said that I'm blocked in, I don't know if it's my left or my right ear, but she really feels it circulation and the liver and just I have an energy channel blocked is what she referred to it as. So
yeah. Reiki, acupuncture, those are good for too. But I tell people since I've been following the carnivore MD and with Dr. Paul and Dr. Ken Berry, and there were a couple other people I followed that even Dr. Axe, who's he did a thing with Dr. Paul, and he's like, liver for liver. and liver is the most nutrient dense.
She
Like you
told me
always
this
have
too.
liver. Like they always want you on the herbs and certain supplements, but liver is
Yeah. Did you find any good recipes for it when you were eating it?
I don't, it's funny because it's almost a waste of time to, I mean, people do liver and onions all the time. Like just cook it up with
Right.
other stuff. Try not to overcook it.
Right.
People are like, what? I'm like, I got to the point where I've froze it. When
Uh-huh.
they have supplements. I actually take the beef organs and a couple things that have the liver in it and heart in
Okay.
it. Desiccated, excuse me, organ style, but they yeah, no.
Okay.
I just eat it raw, frozen. That's kind of got the fastest way to do it without, messing around with the whole.
How much did you do at a time?
I think they say 1 to 3 ounces.
Okay.
So depending on what you can handle, like I got my liver and I cut it up in little tiny pieces. I put it in like little snack bags, throw it in my freezer. I have some in there now that's probably freezer burnt at this point, actually, unfortunately.
Okay.
And then I take it to lunch with me. And then before it was like completely thaw, but it was still like cold, but not frozen that was gonna, ice cube
Right.
cut you basically. And I did it that way several times. The supplements are just the easiest way because liver is messy. Like
Yeah.
it's messy, and I use scissors to cut it, which is always good. It's it's
Right.
one of those things. You have the good kitchen scissors that cut all your stuff, and it does good with it, but it's very messy.
It's nasty. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she did tell me to do that. I'm glad you reminded me. We're going to go on a liver detox. My friend is doing Tony Robbins with me again, the one that always does. And she loves to prepare all the food and get all that ready. And so we're going to do that for the whole time through Sunday. So we'll have a good liver detox going on. And then maybe I can come back and work on a week of liver. And I'm thinking of trying the elimination diet and just picking one food and then adding in like the milk group and the dairy and the grain and just seeing how my body is handling it. So I'm going to get to the bottom of this. It's one of my New Year's goals, or my Oola goals, is to find the solution to my rash issue. So we will see.
Yeah, it's interesting. Scott has one too. We can't figure out, but he's not doing any detoxing or any fixing anything. First of all, we thought it was just an allergy to something he had at either work or doing, but
Right.
Yeah, I used to get a stress one right here.
Mm.
It was a stress rash underneath, and it was bad. And before I started doing more natural, I actually was a doctor, and she gave me like this steroid mousse. It was like creamy stuff because it itched so bad. It was like, you like ripping your arm off. So yeah, you'll figure it out. Said maybe the liver part, maybe the the little added bits that you're doing. Not doing the turmeric could be interesting if you add that in, or don't do it every day. See if you notice that too with cool.
Yep. Well, my friend.
All right, I'm gonna go back to
It's
work.
another week.
Yep. I'm gonna work on a little Oola, but I also, my other thing, I just got audited by my massage license people. So I have to go hunt down all of my continuing education certificates.
Okay.
So I'm like, I know I did these, but now I have to find them.
Wow.
For 2 years ago. So yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
so that'll be fun.
That's what I'm doing right now.
All right.
Awesome.
Well,
so now that I've recorded this thing, where does it go?
There's going to be a folder on your hard drive that stores it in. It's going to be in a Zoom subfolder.
Okay.
I am going to give you host rights. So if it kicks us off, everybody, I hope you have a great week. And then see if you can feed.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and we are still live on Facebook. So see if you can.
So the three dots, if I click, just say stop live stream.
Okay, so the stream stays in effect, but one of the choices is I can stream us into YouTube and then we can link to it. What?
I'll try this
Yeah.
first. If we need to, if this records it, then I'll just, be
Okay.
able to send the file to Scott and he can do whatever he needs to do. And if he decides to post it, then it'll be posted in my
All
YouTube.
right.
And
Well, tell him if it works that he can go into the Let's Be Oola Friends group and download all of the ones we've had and make a whole channel out of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what he wants me to do.
I love it. And you're following his advice. Good job.
I'm following my orders.
All right, my friend. I hope you
Have a
have
great
a
day.
totally
Enjoy
great week.
Tony. And
I'm going to.
we'll see you later.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Bye.